What to do, fam? It's your boy D. I'm back with another video. Those who are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And those who are not new, well, you know what this channel is about to do. All right. Today, I'm going to be talking about, was a mega pastor in Dallas, Texas. And shout out Dallas. You know, what was that? What was that? His name, what was that? Pastor Robert Morris of Gateway Church stepped down because at the time, like 35 years ago, that he, what was that? Had like a sexually abused a young lady. Well, not a young lady, but a 12-year-old girl, and now she's coming forth. And with the allegations, and he's stepping down. So I'm gonna let you see this video, and we're gonna discuss it, and then you know we'll talk. Just go ahead and and just lay it out.
Pastor Robert Morris has admitted to moral failings following accusations of sexual abuse of a child published online this past Friday. Our Andrea Lucia reports that church leaders say they were aware of what happened.
So God heals, God redeems.
Based in Southlake, Gateway Church is one of the country's largest megachurches.
So you can't redeem yourself.
With about 100,000 people attending every weekend and 9 locations spread throughout North Texas. Founder and senior pastor Robert Morris reaches even larger audiences in a weekly program posted online and broadcast in more than 190 countries.
It's been pretty devastating.
For Cindy Clemishire, seeing his influence grow has been difficult.
Or how on earth could anyone let him be in leadership when they knew what he did to me?
She was 12 years old when she says Morris began molesting her. He and his wife were friends of her parents who would often stay over. And the abuse, she says, continued for 4.5 years.
He said, "You can never tell anyone because it will ruin everything."
In a statement from the church this weekend, Morris admits to what he describes as inappropriate sexual behavior with a young lady for several years in his 20s.
Young lady? I was not a young lady. I was a little girl. I was 12.
The admission came after a blog called The Wartburg Watch shared Clemishire's story. Morris himself describes kissing and petting, not intercourse. Under current law, that's still behavior that could qualify as continuous sexual abuse of a young child, a crime punishable by life in prison. Clemishire says she eventually told her father, who demanded Morris step down from his position at a church that's now Gateway's Grand Prairie campus. Morris says for 2 years, he did step down to receive counseling and ministry before returning in 1989 with the full blessing of the elders. Decades later, Clemishire says it's a relief her story is finally out.
Oh, I definitely think the consequences are probably starting. I mean, people know the truth. I know that there's got to be consequences.
In a statement, church elders said that Morris has been open and forthright with them about what they describe as a moral failure on his part, and that he has, in the decades since, quote, walked in purity. No criminal charges have ever been filed in connection to this, and it's unlikely any will be, as the statute of limitations has likely run out on any that could be. Reporting live here in Southlake, Andrea Lucia, CBS News, Texas.
Well, there you have it. God is exposing a whole lot. And you know what? I'm not surprised no more at what comes out and what come forth. And like I said, a lot of these pastors and stuff. I mean, but this goes to show you can't just trust any and everybody. This happened years ago, and he talking about with a young lady. That wasn't a young lady. Like the lady said, she was a little girl at the time. She was 12 years old. She wasn't even a teenager. So patting and kissing and all that, that's just as bad. that leads to that. Talking about no, that he didn't, it didn't, no penetration. It still don't matter. You touched her, you kissed on her, you patting on her. Wow. And I'm not trying to, just go, but I'm just gonna call it out as it is, though. And then gonna tell the girl to stay hush hush. He said he stepped down, back in and stepped back up in '88. But now it's resurfacing, and finally her story is coming out. What's done in the dark is gonna come to the light. And a lot of these, ministries, they're so-called, teaching the word and trying to teach salvation. God is uncovering, and it's a great unveiling, and he's shaking up the church, and he's telling people it's time to get it together and get it right. All this foolishness and stuff, and people, you can't trust anybody with your kids because of the fact that they supposed to be friends of the family. The mother trusted them, but he did this. Sad. I mean, who can you trust? When you go to church, you're supposed to be able to at least trust the leader, the head. But a lot of times that's not even no more. You can't just trust anybody in these days and times. You got to be prayerful. Number one, trust God. Let the Lord lead you. Pray and get that spirit of discernment. It's a sad thing, that this had to happen. He stepped down, stepping down from the ministry as well. And I'm gonna be praying for him. I'm gonna pray for his deliverance. That's what I'm praying for, that he will be set free from any yoke of bondage. This your boy D. Just continue to stay blessed, stay prayerful, pray for the congregation, pray for the lady that is coming forward. Pray for Pastor Morris that he be delivered and that he will that spirit of lust, whatever that will be set free from him. I don't know. I'm just praying. I'm gonna leave it at that. Remember, God loves you, and so do I. And see you in the next video. Take care of yourself and each other. Peace.